Okay, let's talk about the DataView. Now there's quite a number of features that make the DataView very, very flexible in that you can define whatever view you have in mind, basically. As you hover over a column, you'll notice that there's a little down arrow that appears. You can click the down arrow on any of the columns and sort by ascending or descending the entire table, or the entire data that's in the view anyway, by that column value. In addition, the columns entry enables you to view the status of each column. For example, conference attendees, we've got year in conference within that group, and attendee, we've got the company name, title, email, and phone in that group, and then all the detail items for address. Well, you notice they're all checked. If you uncheck one, for example, let's uncheck city, you notice it disappears from the view. If we recheck it, it'll reappear again. So in this way, you can determine the data items in the view that you want to see. So in this way, you can delete any columns that you don't want to see in the view, and of course you can add them back again. Another thing you can do is you can rearrange the columns. You can just drag one column over to where you want it to appear, and it will be displayed that way. This is pretty good in that sometimes you want columns to appear in a certain order. For example, if you notice over here to the right side, we have an email function. If you want to email this particular attendee, you can click on this little icon, and it will open up your email, your local email program with this attendee as the addressee. Well, you might want that column over by email itself. Make it a little more handy. So you can just slide it over. So that's an example of, a couple of examples of how you can use the column reordering feature to create the data view that would work best for you. Another thing I might point out here is that once you have defined the columns in the order you want them to appear and selected which columns you want to appear, you can save those settings by clicking on this little gear here. You click on the gear and it will save the settings for your user ID so that the next time you log in, it will use those same settings. Now you can revert back to the original settings by clicking on this little hourglass. I guess it's an hourglass. Restore default settings for this grid. So you click on that and it will restore them back to the default settings.